Now, there are not many camper vans where you have 5 feet of space across the roof when you're standing inside.
Wide Body Industries Limited is proud to say we not only stand behind our product, we stand on it.
Keep on rocking the
Free world!
Keep on rocking the free world!
All of the Islander models offer a fully private, self-contained bathroom, complete with a stand-up shower, a flush toilet, and a corner sink.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm in my bathroom because it's a pretty big bathroom and I can do an entire video from my bathroom. So just because I can, I am. And that's one of the reasons I bought an Islander. One of many reasons. Now, I'm getting asked this a lot lately. Why'd you get an Islander? Where did you get an Islander? And what do you like about it? And I just recently posted on my Facebook page for this channel about how long that I've wanted an Islander. I actually have been looking for an Islander for a long time. I dreamed about having one of these over a decade ago when I first, well, I always saw them around, but when I first started doing some research and looking more closely at them, I always said one day it's going to be my dream rig, the ultimate Class B. And all the Class Bs and Cs that I've had over the years, I always bought because I could never find an Islander. Since I've been doing the YouTube thing on the RV stuff, that started, what, 3 vans ago, right? So it was a Dodge Explorer. When I bought the Dodge Explorer, I still wanted an Islander, but there was none. When I bought the BT Cruiser, I still wanted an Islander, but I couldn't find one at the time. And when I sold the BT Cruiser and I started doing my searching for another RV, 2 Islanders were available at the same time. One in Montreal, Quebec, and the other in Powell River, BC. So of course, got on a plane and bought the one that was closer so I could drive it back. And I think that they're just simply the sexiest body of all the Class Bs. The fiberglass mold that Islander created for the Dodge Ram vans looks absolutely fantastic. Now, yes, by special order they did do them on Ford and Chevys as well, but as you know, I'm a Dodge guy, and I think the Ram vans look the sleekest. And the Islander mold, the beautiful front overhang that goes over the front, it looks like it's sleek like a shuttlecraft from Star Trek, but it still has that little bit of a Class C feel to it. But it's much sleeker and rounded, and more rounded than an actual Class C, and much more aerodynamic. It just works so well. It just makes the van look more complete, and I always admired the look of them. And anyways, so it was more for styling than anything else that I wanted an Islander. I just think they're the best looking camper van out there. And I love the wide body design where the original side van doors are still there. I can use those, which a lot of other wide bodies like Pleasureway and whatnot also keep the original Dodge van doors on there as well. But they don't have, for the most part, they don't have the overhang, and I like the overhang. It's just huge storage up there. Or if you get the bed model, it's a big bed up there.
The Islander's over-the-cab design provides for a second large sleeping area. Alternately, the upper bunk can be utilized for storage, giving space unparalleled in a B-class motorhome.
If you're going to buy a Class B, and let's just say for argument's sake, it's from the same era, 70s, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s, all the vans are the same size from the factory. They're all about 19 feet long, and then you add a spare tire, and you count the bumpers, they're actually like 20 feet long. So you've got 20 feet of potential living space to work with. And that coincidentally is what fits in standard parking spots as well. So you don't want to go over 20 feet if you're going to be a city guy like I am. Not only that, a lot of cities have outlawed it, so you can't park anything longer than that on city streets for any amount of time. So that's why Class B camper vans are very, very popular for urban RV living, such as I'm doing. And there are some very short 19, 20-foot Class Cs out there too, which people snatch up for the same purpose. But this is the way I look at it. If you're going to get a Class B, and this is why I always wanted an Islander, you could take, let's just say, your average standard basic looking road trek, okay? And here is about the same year Islander. They're both the same Dodge Ram van. Bumper to bumper, they're taking up the exact same amount of parking space. But this is how much room that you potentially have for living and storage and whatever else. In a road trek, all they do is chop the roof off and put a little fiberglass top on it, and that's it. The Islander, they actually cut the whole body off, widen it out, raise it up, and extend it over the front, making use of all that dead space above your cab and, you know, above the hood there. Like in a camper van with the egg-shaped design, like I call it, where it just flows up over the windshield, that's a ton of wasted space. You still have to have all that space for parking. Why not use it? And I think that the way Islander designed it, it just makes it look kick-ass. It doesn't make it look like a boring camper van like all the other ones, and it doesn't look like, you know, all the other camper vans with that egg shape with the normal lower profile roof. They all look exactly the same as wheelchair vans and transit vans and even high-top delivery vans. I mean, it just bores me. So I really like the unique wide-body molds, not only of Islander but of some other companies as well. But I just think that the Islander one, for some reason, it just stuck with me for over a decade, so I had to own one. So when I got this, I was like, yes, finally, I'm getting my Islander. So in the same amount of parking space as other Dodge Ram van camper vans, I am getting all this space front to back utilized as much as possible. Now, I can't even reach in my front storage over the cab. When I open the doors and reach up to the front, I can't touch the front of the roof. That's how much storage is up front. It's at least a good 4.5 feet of storage up there. You could climb in there if you wanted and go to sleep, or you could cut it out and put a bed up there if you wanted. Of course, that was an option from the factory as well. But it just makes more sense. Not only that, I've got almost 7 feet of headroom up at the front. And in the back, well over 6 feet of headroom. And width, the width in here, guys. It is nighttime, so it's going to be a little bit harder to show you, but I mean, this is how wide my roof is inside. You can see how tall it is up at the front, the very front, but up here, side to side, in every other Class B I've had, it's very narrow down the middle, and it comes into like a sharp point. You got cabinets on either side, and you can't pass each other in the hallway. This feels more like a real RV. Now, of course, it is an RV. It's a Class B RV, but it feels more like a real RV, and much, much more spacious. Actually, I'll get the measuring tape out. All right, let's go from there straight across. Now, I'm only going to the cabinets. I'm not even going right to the other wall, but I'm going to the cabinets just for comparison's sake, how much actual room I have for my head. I have 150 centimeters. That is 59 inches. So what is that, about 5 feet? That's about 5 feet. I have 5 feet of space left and right. Now, there are not many camper vans where you have 5 feet of space across the roof when you're standing inside. It just makes sense. And again, I'm not using up any more parking space than even just a guy living in a cargo van parked on the street. And the other thing too is how strong it is. The body is very strong.
The Islander design is a unique fiberglass construction developed and refined over the past 2 decades. Aerodynamic and extremely durable, this motorhome has been fully crash tested and carries the Department of Transport Crash Test Certificate. Philip and Audrey Pulaski experienced firsthand the structural integrity of the Islander.
Yes, in California, we were the 3rd car in a chain action collision on the superhighway at Bakersfield, and we didn't even know what happened because we were hit from the side behind just as we were entering the freeway. And it cascaded us through the guardrail, down a steep 15-foot bank. We took out an 18-inch diameter eucalyptus tree in front of us, and of course everything crashed in the front and it rolled over. And we both got out of that without any serious result. And the fiberglass top was actually the thing that really saved us, because the overhang at the front hit the tree and sort of cushioned it and split it open a little bit. But it's amazing, the fiberglass acted better than the steel sides of the van, and I think the Islander people have some pictures of testament on that, because the whole thing almost stayed intact after the accident. So yeah, it was a serious accident, but it didn't deter us from traveling, because it can happen at any time.
The roof is very thick. It's 2 layers of fiberglass, plus solid plywood, plus hard insulation. When I cut the hole in the roof for the chimney, I could see how it was built, and it's better than any of the Class C's I ever had, that's for sure. And there's no problem with getting up on the roof and jumping on the roof. You can have all your friends up on your roof. There's absolutely no sag, no weakness. Literally, when you're jumping on it, it feels like a solid patio, just like you'd have at any residence. In fact, Islander was promoting this in their videos as well. So there you have it. Now you know why I got an Islander, and now you know that I've been wanting to get an Islander for a hell of a long time. So I'm happy it finally happened. Keep on rocking in the free world, everyone.
The B-Class motorhome is a unit whose time has come. Comfortable and easy to handle, a pleasure to drive, Islander's choice of powertrain, together with its aerodynamic profile, combine to give it a very respectable fuel efficiency rating. Whether it's towing or passing, Islander has power to spare. The double-hulled, fully insulated construction makes it completely versatile summer or winter. All vehicles are completely undercoated to protect against rust and road noise. Quality materials are in evidence throughout, from the heavy-duty first-quality upholstery to the fine oak cabinetry. The Islander is handcrafted by dedicated professionals who are committed to building the best possible motorhome.
Click that subscribe button below and make van life great again. Woohoo! Then check out Just Incredible's social media and buy some kick-ass stickers at rv.live. Oh yeah, cat not included.